All right, friends. I just got word from my good friend on the board on the comment section. Martini says that Alex Leonidas of Alpha Destiny has posted a video full day of eating to check it out. So we're going to react to this video, Broski. So the gym, lifting, recruiting, fitness, and possibly, who knows, cheating, gear slave, whatever, says, Alex Leonidas says, full day of eating to stay lean and jacked, 100% plant-based. Man, here we go again with the vegan diet, 100% plant-based. You can't build muscles on plant-based foods, man. But okay, whatever. You're a negative nitrogen balance. It's a known fact. Negative nitrogen. It's associated with negative nitrogen balance. Therefore, you cannot build muscles. So that's why I say he's a fake natty. The reason why I state that Alex Leonidas of Alpha Destiny faked it because he moved into veganism. And the moment he said he's a vegan, and then he came out with this look. Well, if you go to vegan channels, that's all they ever advocate is taking steroids. Well, I take my vegan diet and take steroids, and then we get this body, whatever. All of them say that when you go there. I've even posted one of these crazy guys, you know, building muscles on veganism diet. That crazy guy that he's got a weird channel. I already did a thing on him already twice. Those guys, when you go to their channel, that's all they talk about is steroids. That's why I say he faked it, okay? It is associated with negative nitrogen balance, so you cannot build muscle. You can, but however, you can fake it, sarcoplasmic muscles, but that isn't based on myofibrillar growth. That isn't bodybuilding. That's body faking.
What's going on, guys? Today I'm bringing you a much-awaited video, full day of eating with Alex Leonidas. As many of you may know, I've been following a 100% plant-based diet for the last 2 years. And right now, I'll be showing you everything that I eat in a day to stay healthy, stay lean.
You know, he's still tiny. He's not really big. For a guy that lifts so much, he's small. I don't lift at all, and I'm big. But he lifts all the time. He's a lifting gym slave. And look at his hair on the top of his head. You understand what's going on here exactly?
And maximize my longevity. So what you'll see is that it's a very simple diet that most
He's going to maximize his longevity based on what?
of you can replicate. It is inexpensive, tasty, efficient, and most importantly, evidence-based. So I'm excited to share these meals with you.
Oh, it's tasty, it's this and it's that, and it's evident. Most important, it's evidence-based. Okay, show me the evidence.
3 meals a day, and this covers everything you need. So this will probably lower your blood pressure, lower your cholesterol, optimize your microbiome.
Oh, it is it? Let's talk about let's talk about this information-based, okay? Let's go see. All right, friends, so here's AI. This is what it says about vegan diets associated with negative nitrogen balance. Yes, recent studies show that minimally active men on typically strict vegan diets may experience negative nitrogen balance, even with the recommended protein intake. Even with the recommended protein intake, get it? Yeah. This indicates a loss of body protein and suggests that the standard recommended protein amount is insufficient for what? Maintaining nitrogen balance on such diets, possibly due to lower amino acid availability or other factors associated with plant-based diets. Yeah. What is nitrogen balance? Nitrogen balance measures the equilibrium between protein intake and protein breakdown, catabolism and synthesis, anabolism. So they're not anabolic, they're catabolic. So how are they building muscle? Positive nitrogen balance means more protein is synthesized than broken down, seen during growth and pregnancy. Yeah. Negative nitrogen balance means more protein is breaking down than synthesized, indicating a net loss of body protein. Yeah. Why vegan diets might lead to negative nitrogen balance. Well, we know that. The presence of anti-nutrients. That's why all these people, all you guys that are out there, even eating plants with your animal-based diet, which you people call omnivores, they say omnivores. They make up these crazy words like acting omnivore. Yeah, they're anti-nutrients, bro. That's why you are deteriorating faster than you're regenerating. Get it? Get it? That's why you look like the mummy. The mummy, bro. Lower protein quality and bioavailable. Well, lower protein quality and bioavailability. That is a big issue. Yes. Yes. Meaning the body can't use them as efficiently. Yes. Yes. There's no bioavailability of the essential amino acids. Yeah. It's very low. Dietary fiber. Well, we don't need fiber. So that's going to cause a problem with absorption as well. High fiber content in vegan diets also can reduce nutrient absorption. So what does fiber do? It reduces what? Absorption. Adequate protein intake. A recent study on 18 men found that the standard protein was insufficient to achieve a positive neutral nitrogen balance. Aw, poor vegans. What this means for vegans, increased protein needs. Vegans may require a higher protein intake than recommended for what? The general population to maintain a neutral, even to maintain a neutral nitrogen balance, which they're not doing, trust me. It's just not working. They would have to eat animal products. Importance of a balanced diet. Carefully planning a vegan diet is included. It's all bullshit. So you're deteriorating faster than you're regenerating. Look, watch. So let's see what it says. Yes, you are correct. A negative nitrogen balance signifies that the body is losing more protein and thus nitrogen than is synthesizing, meaning tissue breakdown, catabolism, exceeds tissue repair and building, anabolism. This imbalance indicates the body is breaking down more protein to meet its demands for energy and other functions, leading to a net loss of body protein and a state of what? Deterioration. So you're deteriorating faster than you are regenerating. Get it? Yes, man. You get it? Catabolism exceeds anabolism. Less body protein. Da 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 da. La 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 la. You get the idea, man. Let's see another one. So I will prove it again. So negative nitrogen balance, which we know that vegan people are in. Yes, a negative nitrogen balance means protein breakdown exceeds protein synthesis, indicating that the body is losing protein tissue faster than it can regenerate it. Get it? Yeah. This catabolic state signifies the body is breaking down its own protein to meet its needs, often seen during stress, starvation, or illness. And of course, vegan diets, because that's associated with what? Negative nitrogen balance. Get it? Catabolism versus anabolism again. Protein loss, tissue deterioration. Because the body is losing protein from its tissues and not replacing it, the overall effect is a deterioration or loss of body mass, making the statement accurate. But you can still gain weight through eating artificial diets, but it can offset that, but you don't know what that is, see? But you're actually losing proteins. You are deteriorating faster than you are regenerating. Physical, emotional stress, whatever, surgery triggers, nutrition, starvation, fasting, I don't know, whatever, who cares? So now I'll explain the aging process, okay? So yes, aging is strongly related to deteriorating processes, outrunning regenerative processes, get it? Leading to a net decline in tissue and organ function over time. So if it's outpacing, if the deteriorating is outpacing the regenerative process, then guess what happens? A decline in tissue organ function over time. As an organism ages, its ability to repair itself and renew cells through stem cell and progenitor cells decreases. That's why you want to expand the satellite cell pool. And other cells will expand that pool as well in that regenerative process. But we definitely want to be in a protein synthesis. It outpaces protein breakdown. That will be, you are regenerating faster than you're deteriorating, and that will wear off aging. Combined with the accumulation of cellular and molecular damage results in the observable changes and functional decline, and characterized as the aging process. So what is the aging process based on? Is it based on motor unit decline? No. What it is based on is related to deteriorating processes outrunning regenerative processes. So we have regenerating processes and we have deteriorating processes. So we want to regenerate faster than we deteriorate. But if you deteriorate, these processes and they go quicker than the regenerative processes, guess what's going to happen? Dysfunctional organs and your body and everything, you're going to look like the fucking mommy, bro. Get it? Yeah. Now let's go back to Alex Leonidas. He's interesting from Alpha Destiny.
What customers are trying to do during this stage.
Optimal are through the roof, given how low the calories are. So you will not be deficient in anything. So
you will not be deficient in anything. Yeah, okay, if you say so, whatever, man. You're gonna be deficient if you are deteriorating faster than you're regenerating on this diet, because it's associated with negative nitrogen balance. That's vegan diet. So how did Alex do it? He faked it.
Your numbers on the screen. You can plug it in yourself. You are all set with this diet. This is what I eat most of the time. There's a variation. And if you want more videos like this, let me know.
Yeah,
so without further ado, let's get into the full day of eating. Here is a breakfast that I have 9 out of 10.
Why do you need a full day of eating? I can eat one meal a day, and I'm in positive nitrogen balance. I eat a very raw-based diet, certain amount, in about a 2-hour period. I can eat my meal in a 2-hour period, really. I eat one meal a day, 2-hour period, and I'm in positive nitrogen balance the whole day, the whole night, all the way to the next day. I don't have to eat. I don't have to do a full day of eating. I'm in a massive high nitrogen balance. I'm positive nitrogen balance. Very high. I'm one meal a day, bro. And here's the thing: I'm not even working out. If I work out, then I probably consume in that 2-3 hours. I would probably consume a lot more because, of course, there's a breakdown now, so I have to overcome that as well. So I would maybe eat a little bit more than what I would normally eat now, right? Because working out. But again, I can still get away with it with one meal a day, and I'll still be in positive nitrogen balance. Well, this guy has to eat a full day of eating, wasting time. Time is precious. You're going to waste time all day eating these slave foods and everything, and they're toxic and shit, destroying your health. You pay to destroy your health and everything else. This is just bullshit, man. This is time wasting, consuming. It's fucking ridiculous. You're wasting your time.
Times, and I've been doing so for many years. I want to say at least since 2018, which is so simple and anyone can replicate.
Which is so dumb.
This. What we have here is 30 grams of rolled oats. When I'm trying to shred down
oats is for horses. That's not for human consumption. You cannot digest oats. It's impossible.
I'll cut it down to 15 grams.
By the way, they're anti-nutrient as well.
So I never really get rid of the oats. Whereas if I'm bulking,
it'll make you insulin resistant, carbohydrates, it's nasty.
50 to 100 grams, as well as 200 grams of blueberries.
I don't understand any of this food. This is not muscle building food. This is zero muscle building food. This is not even a human diet. This is an artificial diet. Artificial diet will build you artificial muscles. It's really simple, especially if he's taking steroids.
These are wild frozen blueberries, which is a little hack if you don't want to go organic. Not that it makes a massive difference.
Yeah, and what do frozen blueberries do? How do they build muscles? They got the building blocks of the essential amino acids in there you need, or what?
But these are a very good source of antioxidants, amazing for brain health, and it's
yes, they're a very good source of what? Sugar. Why do bears eat blueberries in the forest? Think about it. They rip off these fish, the skins and everything. They eat a bunch of stuff. But why do they go into a forest looking for these wild berries? Why do they consume them? Well, think about it. There's sugar content in there, right? In blueberries. All right. What does the sugar content do once it's inside the body or the bear or the human or whatever? It spikes insulin, right? Spiking insulin. That's different. And what happens when it spikes it? Think about that for a second. It's going to spike insulin. You're going to get fat. The bear eats it so he can spike insulin so he can get fat, because he needs to fatten up for the wintertime because he's going in hibernation. So he's got to do that. See, even they're intelligent to know that that's what that does. But this guy here, he's too stupid to know that. So if it does do all this, why is he so lean? Think about that for a second, because he's faking it.
Perfect to start the day where you're going to be tackling on your more cognitively difficult tasks. So this is what I do if I'm working on client programs, scripting, anything where I need to be all there mentally, especially for writing, I need to have my blueberries. Sometimes I'll mix in frozen berries, but usually that'll be reserved for a protein shake, which would also contain strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries, then with 1 or 2 scoops of pea protein powder. So oats are very good for lowering cholesterol, they're low in fat, they're easy to digest, and you can even work out right after and not feel all bloated.
You can work out. I love this one. You can work out. You can even work out after and not feel so bloated. Why would you feel bloated? Here's the question. Why would it make you bloated? Because it's toxic. Only something toxic, something poisonous could make you bloated. What is this bloat? Inflammation. He says bloated. Let's just say inflammation. So you could still work out even though it will cause inflammation. Okay, why would a food cause you inflammation? See, meat doesn't cause inflammation. Meat. Why doesn't meat cause inflammation? According to the government, it's so unhealthy. But why doesn't it cause inflammation if it's so unhealthy, meat? See what I mean? So why does this cause inflammation if it's so healthy? It would do the opposite. There would be no inflammation. You want to know why? Because it's unhealthy. That's why there's inflammation. Inflammation means that your cells are in a flight or fight. Listen to me very carefully. When the poison goes into your body, the cells in your body, they're doing a flight or fight. They're running away from that shit because they don't want to get poisoned. They have to protect themselves. A lot of the progenitor cells move away and everything. They move to the extremities. They move as far away as they can, the important cells, to keep you alive. Yeah. Then the whole immune system and everything is trying to deal with the poisons that you just put in your belly. They're trying to deal with that. The inflammatory response is that's the thing. Have you ever punched yourself in the head? You get inflammation there, right? Why? Because all the things are going there now to fix that area. They're going there to fix it, do stuff, the immune cells and everything. That's what's happening in your stomach. Yeah.
With the berries, that's the ultimate combination. You should be eating berries every single day. That should be a non-negotiable.
Think about it. So now you got inflammation in your stomach. You're going to work out with this poison. Guess where it's going to circulate? It's going to circulate all over your body. Guess what it's going to do to you? Can possibly add to the metabolic conditions and diseases that will pop out eventually with the time. DNA damage. That's what it'll cause. It'll cause DNA damage because you're going to try to get your cells to absorb it now by circulating it. You're putting it in a very bad position, precarious position of exercising, and cells, they need energy, so they're going to try to tap in there. You're going to hurt your cells.
Important fruit that you could be consuming, more so than the juicy kind. So oats, berries, and then we have 5 grams of flaxseed, just a little bit of healthy fats, if you will.
That's all you need to do is eat seeds. The seeds are not meant to be eaten by any animal, but it's going to convince you should eat these toxic seeds. Okay, they're very toxic.
ALA, which apparently is more important than DHA. So I used to take a algae-based supplement to get my omega-3s direct.
He would take an algae base to get his omega-3s. It's a lot of work to go through, isn't it? To get all these things, even though you can get them from your natural diet. Like it's like a cow saying, you know what? I think I need to get my omega-3s. Got to eat that corn stalk. Then I got to eat these beans, and then fucking I don't know, fucking whatever you call it, and fucking grain and shit and all that. Forget about my natural diet, grass. Even though I can get everything out of grass, but fuck it, dude, man. I'm gonna fucking make it hard on my fucking self and work really fucking hard to try to get all the proper nutrients and squeeze them out of this artificial fake fucking diet, which is retarded.
But I've stopped doing that. Maybe I'll introduce it in the future, but right now I just go to the main precursor, being the flax seeds and the walnuts, which I'm not having today, but I'll just only have one. And then every other day I'll alternate in a Brazil nut, because just one contains everything you need for your daily selenium.
Selenium, your daily selenium and all this. You got to get this Brazil nut and all that. That's even more whacked, man. This is even more wacky. It's getting more wacky every time, yeah.
In fact, it might be too much, so that's why I alternate. This is all there is to it. I got some cinnamon in there, too.
Those fucking nuts are full of cyanide. He's got cinnamon in there. Cinnamon is the bark of a tree, bro. Get it? You know what cinnamon is from? A bark off a tree. You know how toxic that is? What the fuck?
There's no sugar. There's no syrup. There's no jams. There's no artificial sweetener.
What are you talking about? There's no sugars in there. There's fructose. You're eating fucking. He's eating fucking. What do you call it? Fucking blueberries. What the fuck is he talking about? The carbs, they convert to sugar too. The oats and shit.
To me, this tastes fantastic. Oh, and regarding the oats, I keep it simple with the rolled.
Again, tastes fantastic. It's all about the taste, you know, addiction. It's about addiction, taste, addiction. See what I mean? It tastes fantastic. Are you eating for taste or are you eating for health exactly? What are you eating there for? You know, if cod liver oil tasted so good, then why would all the kids squint, right? They squint. So here's this cod liver oil, and they squinted, right? Was it based on taste or was it based on health? Think about it. School teachers back in the day, they used to give kids a spoon of cod liver oil, the slaves. So when the slave kids came in, their slave parents brought in their slave kids, right? Because they're so poor. They would give them a spoon of cod liver oil because they couldn't even afford to eat fucking fish. Normal food. So they give them a spoon of cod liver oil, and then the kids would squint, right? Why? Because it wasn't based on taste, it was based on health. Shit.
You'll gravitate towards the steel cut kind, or even oat groats, which are even better for your microbiome, but this still gets the job done. And I don't want to have to wait that long to cook my oats. I just want to honestly just pop it in the microwave and get to work. So this is something you can do in less than 5 minutes. So that's it. And we got a little coffee. I used to drink a lot more. Just have a tiny amount of soy milk in here. I've been drinking coffee since I'm in grade 4, so it's been a lifetime. I've gone periods of time where I dropped it.
Oh, that's great. He's drinking nice toxic coffee, the most sprayed coffee. It's got its own pesticides inside the seeds itself, right? It's so bitter. That bitterness is the toxicity. And it's highly sprayed, like glyphosates, phosphates, fungicides, herbicides, pesticides. Man, it's the most heavily sprayed bean on the planet. Fucking coffee, man. This is disgusting.
Completely, and honestly, I'm just happier with coffee in my life. So screw it.
Exercise, eating all these toxic foods and going and exercising. Wow, it's really great to absorb these poisons right into the cell to damage the DNA even more, causing more damage to the DNA by exercising on an artificial poison toxic diet. Yeah, that's really healthy. Yeah, that's really healthy. Yeah.
And the data on coffee drinkers appears
and possibly injecting unhealthy plant toxins called steroids, which are full of toxins themselves. Yes, more toxicity. Okay.
to be fine. You know, people who drink 3 cups a day are in a good position. Now, green tea is even healthy.
People drank 3 cups a day, but why do you care what people are doing? Do what's healthy for you. This is not healthy. What, green tea too?
And I'll accept that position.
It took green tea, accepts that position. Okay.
I was having hibiscus tea, which I consume on the regular, but
he consumes hibiscus tea on the regular. So that too has got oxalates in it as well. Don't forget the oxalates, right? I mean, there's also a stimulant in there. There's caffeine, which is a stimulant. It's kind of like a drug. I mean, I think it's banned in the Olympics. It's banned, right? Isn't it? Caffeine, yeah.
I don't think this is harming me, especially I only drink this first thing in the morning. I do not have
I
coffee
don't think you can drink that there.
in the afternoon or at nighttime, or else it gives me insomnia. And I think that's one of the problems.
Exactly. It gives him insomnia. Why would something that's good for you give you insomnia? Want to know why? Because it's not good for you. It's a stimulant. There's a stimulant, caffeine, bro. It's fuck.
That people go through when they're shredded, they're tired. Time your caffeine right.
Don't forget the milk. It has exosomes in there. You're an adult already, so you're adding to the exosomes. It's pasteurized milk for sure. So it's going to destroy your physical look as well. Not to mention he put sugar in it probably as well because the bitterness, the toxicity, it's to curb the toxic taste. And then he's going to tell you, oh, it tastes good. No, it doesn't taste good. Only you've masked it with animal products like milk, and then you put sugar in there.
With this meal right here,
I don't know if he put milk in there. He's a fake vegan. If there's milk in it, then he's a fake vegan. Right away, he's using milk now as a substitute.
you can either work or work out. It covers you on both ends. That's my breakfast. All right, now I bring you to arguably the most important meal of the day, lunchtime, which features a massive salad.
Introducing
With beans. And the primary
A massive salad with beans, like pure slave food, man. Like, you know what I mean? This is crazy, bro. What is this? Arsenic, rice, and what?
carb source, which also has more
Oh, he has a carb source. Okay.
vegetables. So, over here.
He's got some vegetables in there. Oh, he's got some vegetables with rice, a carb source. Yes, okay. Yeah, arsenic and more sugar. Again, more sugar, more arsenic, glycation. Yeah, this is great. Glycation, yes.
We have arugula with lettuce, in addition to a 4-bean mixture with raw onion on top. And what's on it is balsamic vinegar, no oil whatsoever, no salt, not one drop of either. I'm SOS free. And then the beans is...
This looks gross, man. What is this? Kidney beans? Beans? A bunch of beans, bro. What the fuck?
Is kidney, black bean, navy, and chickpea. So I'm getting a lot of diversity here that's fantastic for your microbiome. Why would you just...
And it's fantastic for your microbiome. Why would it be fantastic? It's filled with oxalates. How can oxalates be good for your microbiome? Bro, do you even know what oxalates do? Because here's the problem. Once they go in your body, they're circulating. I know what they do now when I'm oxalate dumping because I just eat tons and tons of fat, animal fat and meat. And that is causing the oxalates to circulate but come out of my system now, kind of like detoxing from these oxalates from years of eating the slave food diet mixed with my meat diet. A lot of oxalates come out. They're crystallized. Fuck, they hurt when they come out. So I can only imagine they're like glass. Can you imagine what it's doing to your arteries? Your arteries, the oxalates, what it's doing to your veins and your arteries? Fuck, it's like glass traveling inside your body. No wonder why some parts of your body you feel a lot of pain. That pain can be oxalates building up. You just don't realize it because of what you did previously. Even if you are eating meat now or raw meat or whatever you're doing now, you're off these plants and shit. So I've been oxalate dumping a lot. I've been oxalate dumping since last year still. From the last summer to this summer, it just keeps coming out. It just never ends. It just keeps coming, and it comes in streams, you know. It's coming out, it's coming out. I'm like, holy fuck. Like, how much of these oxalate crystals are built up in my system? Fucking decades of it. It's crazy, man. Jesus.
Limit yourself to one bean. That's not the only bean. In here, we also got 50 grams.
The oxalates can kill you. This definitely, like I said, this is also, he's deteriorating faster than he's regenerating. He just doesn't realize it. It will catch up to him. When he gets to be 40, it's just going to overnight, like boom, snap the fingers. Man, he's going to look so aged like Geppetto. His friends and everybody are going to start calling him Alex Leonidas, Alex Geppetto. They're going to call him Geppetto. Hey, Geppetto, what happened to you? You look so old. He's going to be keeled over, old. He might even have a walker for all we know. Can imagine what he looks like for 40. If he looks like this in his 20s, what does he look like in his 40s?
Of lentils. And I cook everything from dry. I don't bother with the canned stuff because you save a lot more money doing it this way. And it actually tastes better as well. So this was
I
prepared.
kind of feel sorry for Alex, man. It's just a poor little manlet. Look at his dark eye circles. Why is he wearing a beard? This is a typical thing that these bald-headed men do. So he shaved the rest of his hair because I guess it's receding or something. So he shaved it off again or some bullshit. And then he compensates by growing hair on his face to compensate for the loss of hair on his head. He's a typical slave, no hair. Like, there's no hair here, man. Hair is associated with masculinity. It's associated with health. Long hair is associated with health, masculinity. It's associated with a lot of things. Nobility, you name it, bro, all the way through time. If you look at these tapestries, these paintings in old castles and everything, you see all the fucking kings and queens and fucking noblemen. They all have long hair. They look amazing. Their hair is really long, way longer than mine even. So I don't know what the fuck these people are talking about, what the fuck they're doing, man. It's bullshit. This look is slave look, man.
The night before. It's also my meal prep when I take care of that on the Sunday. So this is the bed of the greens. So the arugula is really good for nitric oxide production. You can also swap in beets, but be careful with the oxalates. This is my primary green of choice.
Just admit it. Be careful of the oxalates. Then he says nitrogen. There's no nitrogen there. It's just bullshit. This is all made up, man. This is all fabricated.
This over, say, spinach or Swiss chard. And then the balsamic vinegar helps activate some of the phytochemicals. The raw onion is There's
no nitrogen, man. When nitrogen balance when you're in positive nitrogen balance because protein synthesis exceeds breakdown, that's more nitrogen is coming in than leaving. This is not nitrogen. This is bullshit. You have erections that are through the roof when you're in positive nitrogen balance due to protein, not plants. Oh, I'm gonna eat this beetroot and it's gonna give me nitrogen. It's gonna nitrogen. Oh, bullshit, man. Fuck.
Cancer, of course. We got some hemp seeds, which also aid in the absorption.
Hemp seeds aid in the absorption. Absorption of what? The oxalates, man. What are you fucking talking about? They're anti-nutrient. I just read the shit to you, everybody.
And you're getting some high protein in there as well. And
You're getting high protein in there. He's just making this stuff up. You're getting high protein in there. Blah 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 blah. It's deficient in proteins. It's lacking deficient. Bullshit, man.
this right here, I'll be consuming entirely to myself. It's 120 grams of dry rice and 60 grams dry quinoa. There's also 100 grams of Macedonian vegetables, which is corn, carrots, peas. Sometimes they add these little beans in there too, but not this time. As well as mushrooms, which are anti-angiogenesis. So
Mushrooms and anti-angio what? Genesis? Anti? What the fuck are you talking about, bro? They're fucking. He boiled them. I don't know. They're antibiotic. They're anti-biology. Get it? Antibiotic stands for anti-biology. Fucking destroys you, bro. What are you talking about?
all I do is I take some scoops and I dump it on this huge bed of salad in addition to the beans. So already my plate is overflowed. And this is like just a warm-up. I still have all this to eat. And what you'll essentially be able to get, so once I finish this, okay, I go straight into just eating directly out of here. Because now my greens and beans are taken care of. And that'll usually equate to about 4 or 5 bowls. So yeah, I do have a massive appetite. I was bear mode for a number of years. It hasn't been easy to stay lean until I adopted this plant-based way of eating. Because now you can stuff in so much food, micronutrients through the roof, but the calories are on the lower end. So this
What micronutrients? Calories on the lower end? It's calories, energy. This is energy food. It's all energy. It's drugs, man. You're on drugs, man. When you eat plants, let me tell you something. When you eat plants, you're on drugs. Yeah. Our diets, human diets, are not based on addiction, bro. It's based on a highly nutrient diet. Human cells want nutrients. They don't want anything. They don't want carbohydrates. They don't want sugar. They don't want toxins, poisons, oxalates. They don't want any of that. What human cells want are nutrients. That's all. They're specific, which can only be found in animal products. Okay? It's really simple.
is like, I mean, 1 plate already, and there's still so much more to go. The calories in this is not that high. So in a cutting phase,
The calories in that's not high. The calories. A calorie is a calorie. A calorie is not a calorie because if you're eating a full plate of sugar, how could that be healthy for you, that calorie? I don't know, whatever, man. Anyways, it's just energy food. It converts to sugar. It's energy.
obviously, you just have this and you call it. And you might reduce the mixed beans from 200 grams
He's really small. His arms are small. He's just really small. He's a really small guy, 5'5". I think he's 5'4" actually, not 5 foot. I don't even think he's 5'5". He's 5'4". He's really small, man. This is just weird. He's just a small guy, like a small dude. He's a small dude, a small guy. It's just really funny when I watch him. When I look at him, it's funny. When I think about this shit.
down to 150 or even 125. But I'm getting the majority of the calories through this carb source, and that's what makes me feel good. So it's very much a high carb, low fat way of eating. And of course, you don't really see it, but there's kale mixed in here as well, 100 grams. So I'm getting multiple variations of greens, starchy vegetables, my rice, which is easy to digest, low in fat, and then the beans, protein, more carbs, everything's being absorbed well. Like, this is healthy eating, guys. If I eat this exact portions, I'll be able to maintain this weight year round. 12% body fat-ish.
Oh, really? He'll be able to maintain it all year round. Okay, whatever, man. It's just weird.
12% body fat-ish. And if I want to go 10, even single digit, then I eat the exact same things. That doesn't change, just less of it. obviously I don't have to have this whole freaking thing. And you're still gonna be full just off that. And sometimes what you can even do is you can mix this in a whole grain or protein-based wrap. So it's gonna fill you up with even less quantity of all this. And that brings me on to the Hume Body Pod, the world's first portable body analyzer. You're not just hopping on
Oh my God, I've seen this analyzer. It's fake, Mo. It's just more fake shit.
a scale and getting your weight. You're getting a full body analysis
wanna
with
know.
8 points of contact. So now you can see it's all mixed up. And one thing I forgot to mention
I didn't know humans were rabbits. I thought we were apex predators.
regarding the
Apex predators eating an apex organism plant. Wow, interesting.
seasoning is that there's a lot of curry powder mixed in here, as well as masala. Now,
And you need the curry powder. Why? Because the toxicity. You need to mask the toxins, the poison. Okay.
I've typically followed a more Mediterranean way of eating, but these particular spices,
Mediterranean way of eating. So he's just mimicking. He's copying what other people are doing. This is just fucking weird, man. He can't think for himself. Why can't fucking people really just think for themselves these days anymore?
are really good for long-term health. So of course, there's going to be turmeric.
It's good for long-term health. You can tolerate it right now, but in the long term, it'll destroy you. This so-called health. Yeah, it'll destroy your health in the long run.
And black pepper mixed in, and it just adds some flavor to your
Black pepper is extremely toxic. I bet you he's got salt in there too. It's explosive, man. It fucking embalms you from the inside out, salt.
rice. So you don't need to do this boring, plain steamed rice. You can have as much flavor as you want. And speaking about making your food taste better, because I
I'm
know
going to tell you right now, people, this is gross looking at. This is garbage. This is gross, man. All I could think about right now is just fucking what I eat at the buffet. It's just so much better, man. This is just fucking stupid.
a lot of you guys like to add cheese. This is a better alternative. Nutritional yeast, full of B vitamins.
Oh, yeah, this is the alternative. Nutritional yeast. No. I've used brewer's yeast, but not nutritional yeast. But in the past, it was the consumption I needed so much. Because, yes, brewer's yeast does have all the amino acids. They say the uptake is that of animal protein, right? But the bloating and the gas and the oxalates that come along with brewer's yeast and even nutritional yeast, now when I think about it, it just is not worth it. It's not worth it. So you may as well just eat beef. Look, you could buy beef blood, because back then I didn't have access to beef blood. Okay, I have it now more and more as time changes. These Asian markets, these things and everything, they import more stuff. They bring their own things here. The city that I live in, so I have access to all kinds of food here from different groups of people that come. The point is, though, I'm just saying, I didn't have access to uncooked beef blood. I have it now. It's in an Asian market. I never even knew about that before. Now, if I did, I probably would never take brewer's yeast. I would have just used that as my protein source, the beef blood, because that's like the equivalent of raw milk. Just look it up on YouTube. Raw beef blood is the equivalent of drinking raw milk. Similar, but I would say beef blood is a lot better. Anyway, so yeah, beef blood, high in protein or whatever. You don't need these. You don't need these.
High in protein, barely any calories, and it tastes amazing. So it's a little vegan hack.
Yeah, brewer's yeast is there's some deficiency there. Brewer's yeast is more better than that one. But anyway, I wouldn't do it anyways. High oxalate. There's going to be a lot of bloating and farting. There's a lot of inflammation, bro. It's just really bad for you. It's going to be bad for you. You got to stop that.
If you know, you know. I've been having this stuff for years.
Okay, this is really gross. I fucking hate nutritional yeast. I even hate brewer's yeast, the way it tastes and everything. But look at this. Him pouring it on is nasty, bro. He's going to eat the shit.
And you just douse your food in it. It is so good. This is how I make all my...
I douse it in there. It's so good. What do you think is good, man? A steak or fucking this plate of garbage?
creamy sauces. It just adds that extra touch of goodness. So nooch is honestly overdose.
Like, this is real slave food, eh? Like, somebody that was starving, they would make this and eat this because they're like, there, I got no access to meat, so I have to eat this slave food. I don't think they would be happy, believe me, bro. People are not happy eating slave food, but look at this crazy mentally sick person. He's mentally ill. He actually is trying to convince you that he loves this, that is good for you.
Even high in B12, so
What crazy house did he escape from, man? Please tell me, because I think we need to call him and take him back.
technically, if you have enough of it, you can even skip the supplement, but I don't recommend you do that. I have my B12, but man.
No wonder why he's 5'4". He never grew up eating the slave food, bro. Get it?
That is delicious. Absolutely delicious. And you can see my plate is overflow.
He's lying to you. That is not delicious at all, man. It tastes like shit.
After this, I'm gonna have a little snack. I'll also finish off with an orange and an apple.
So why does he need a snack after that? Why does he need a snack? Because he's starving. Why does he need an orange and an apple? Because he's starving. So he needs more sugar, more carbohydrates.
Apple
It's just all drugs and carbohydrates and acid and fucking oxalates and shit, bro.
cleans out your teeth. As they say, one apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Oh yeah, that acid is going to clean out your teeth, all right. Here's what happens. The apples are very acidic, so they deteriorate your teeth. And then when they go in, they embalm you from the inside out because the acid, that's what it does. You have a pH level in your blood, a certain pH level. Well, guess what happens when apples go in there, dude? And goes through your blood system.
That's basic. You don't need it. Sometimes I alternate with a pear.
Oh, and don't forget the orange, too, is very acidic as well.
But the orange, it's either this or tangerines. So you want to get your juicy fruits in addition to your berries. Just don't have one exclusively. If I'm too full after having...
I don't do any acidic fruits. They're terrible for your teeth. And if they're hurting your teeth, they're hurting you from the inside out, trust me.
that large meal, I might have this 2 or 3 hours later in between, leading up to my supper, or maybe after the supper. But the point is, never skip.
The reason why your hair is falling out or is not growing is because you have a nutrient deficiency. Get it? You need to cut all these fake foods out. When you start eating raw meat, your hair is going to grow amazingly. It's going to get thicker and better. Yeah.
The fruits. And of course, when you get your vitamin C, it also helps with your iron absorption.
When you get your vitamin C, helps your iron absorption. You get vitamin C in animal products. They're not deficient in anything. And carbohydrates kind of block the vitamin C. It kind of prevents vitamin C. That's another problem.
For all you thinking that you need to consume endless amounts of red meat, that is untrue. If you get all your whole plant foods and you think about the synergy, so the garlic, the onions, the lentils, and the orange.
Your red meat. Yeah, forget about the red meat. You get it here, the lentils, the oranges. Yeah, sure, yeah.
Just off that, you're gonna have no problems with iron. Or at least you shouldn't. So,
at least you shouldn't. But what if you do?
don't think that you need to be compelled to eat certain foods, because I don't get heme iron in my...
Don't think you need to be compelled to eat certain foods. You are supposed to eat the food that is natural for you to eat, raw animal products. Just like it's natural for a cow to eat grass. See what I mean? It's not based on addiction.
Diet. And actually, that's a pro-oxidant, something you want to avoid. You don't want to be at higher levels of iron as a man.
This diet is based on addiction. Yeah, but it's gross.
We have no way of really getting rid of it. And actually, you can even cook in a cast iron pan. If after all this, you're still not good, but you should be just fine. All right, guys, now I bring you to my third and final meal of the day. Check.
So this is his third and final meal. Doesn't seem very much, does it, to you as a person that's trying to build muscle? Like when you're in a period of building muscle, you need to consume a lot in that period, and it has to be consistent over a period of time. And then when you stop building muscle, you just simply stop. You're now in maintenance mode, so you still need to make sure that you're positive nitrogen balance. And what will put you in that? Eating animal products will put you in not positive nitrogen balance, because there's nothing interfering. These plants and toxins, they're not interfering with them, with you being in positive nitrogen balance. So you consuming enough protein will put you in it automatically. But I don't think he's in a building phase. So whatever this is, I don't know what this is. This is a lifting phase, because he's a gym lifting slave. So he's based on recruiting motor units, recruiting motor units, whatever the fuck. He's small anyways. Look at him. He's small. But if he goes in camera under certain lighting, he's gonna look like he's ripped because whatever he's taking to get this ripped look, he's gonna try to impress you. But whatever, that's what people do, these influencers. They try to impress you. Look at the look. The eyes go to the body, right? Body does the talking, kinda, right? Even if they're faking it, doesn't matter. They fake it. But it's going to do the talking, even the faking. Because the people are stupid. They can't distinguish between fake. That's why they're always arguing between fake natties and fake natties. Because everybody out there is so dumb, man. Anyway, and they're preying on dumb people. They prey on dumb people is what they do. Anyways, let's see what this meal is. This looks gross.
Check out this massive supper. We only eat big over here. As you can see,
Sure.
we have a lot of sweet potatoes. In actuality, we consume
He has a lot of sweet potatoes. Okay, a lot of toxins and oxalates, yeah.
500 grams, but I couldn't fit all that on the plate alongside these other goods.
Oh, he has broccoli full of sulforaphane and, more toxins and bullshit in there. Okay, it's a flour, though. It's a flour, bro.
Which is half a block of tofu. This way, I can finish it the
Oh, and he has a half a block of tofu. Great, yeah, okay.
next day, and then this allows me to alternate between tofu and tempeh.
Have you seen the countries that make tofu, like Indonesia and stuff? They make tofu. All the Americans send all their plastic there, so they burn the plastic and make the tofu in these factories. And then the nanoparticles, the plastic particles, go into the tofu. And then they sell it to people like Alex Leonidas, and then they eat the garbage. The garbage has been burned and it flies in there, gets into tofu. Yeah, bro. Like, you gotta know the food that you're eating and where it's coming from. Hell, you don't even know what they're spraying on these sweet potatoes, what they're absorbing. They're filled with fucking what do you call it? You're getting a nice injection of like chemotherapy because, you're being subjected to radiation, bro, every time you eat these plants. And a lot of them are higher than others. Some are much higher than others, the radiation. It's ridiculous.
But
I guess he looks like a chemotherapy patient because the hair fell off the head. Most likely due to the vegan diet. Because of the radiation that's found in all these plants that he keeps eating. It caused his hair to fall out. He just doesn't realize it. I think people are really dumb out there. They just can't figure it out.
this is my primary protein source, as well as good old broccoli. And what's on it is a special vinaigrette. This is...
And why do you need to put a vinaigrette on it? To mask the toxic taste in it. The toxins, the poison, the bitter toxins, yeah.
blended leek with garlic, spices, a little bit of vinegar.
Oh yeah, very toxic soup, okay, to pour all over it. Yes, okay.
And split peas, 50 grams. So I'm getting a lot of protein in this meal. Of
I'm
course,
sure you are. Any proof? Man, he's getting a lot of protein. You can keep saying that to high heaven. These diets are associated with negative nitrogen balance, bro. Get it?
it is starch base. If I'm in a bulking phase,
Yes, it's starch phase. If he's in a bulking phase, what's bulking phase?
it'll be the same kind of meal, but with pasta instead. But when I'm trying to stick
Listen, man, there's no bioavailability here in these fucking proteins in there. It's no bioavailability, bro. He's full of shit, man. Your body has to work so hard now. It's under more stress, which will aid you, to try to extract anything that it needs so it doesn't starve out of these plants. You're making your body work extremely hard, which is extremely bad for longevity and for health.
stay lean, and of course get all my micronutrients at the same time, this is a food you can't go wrong with. So
He's not getting all his micronutrients, and he boiled this stuff, bro. He killed it too as well. Don't forget that. This is all boiled. He added heat to it.
recommend you have sweet potato and regular potato mixed in, but this is obviously better. Purple sweet potato being the highest level that you can get, and it's what the Okinawans used to eat to become centenarians.
The Okinawans ate to be centenarians? That's what they ate? No, they didn't. They eat fucking pork, you asshole. They fucking imported pork. That's why they live so long. They eat meat, pork.
Look at the blue zones, 80% of their diet was sweet potatoes. So it's
80% of their diet is not sweet potato. 80% of their diet was sweet potato after the war. For a short period of time until they imported more pork. In other words, they were going through a survival mode. They had to survive. What did you want them to eat? Dirt? Oh, the Okinawans, they lived on beach sand because there was nothing to eat because all the pork was dead. Oh, how did they survive? Oh, they survived on bark, eating bark and shoots and eating fucking beach sand. Like, this is just retarded. So because they had to eat these stupid fucking these fucking sweet potatoes, they had no choice. Otherwise, it's either die or try to survive until they imported more pork, right, from the islands. They brought them in, and then that saved them. And then they mass produced pork, and that's what made them centenarians. This guy's stupid.
Myth that potatoes get you fat. This is how I've gone shredded the last 2 times.
Potatoes get you fat. They don't really spike insulin, get it? They do raise insulin, but it's different. But it's when insulin is spiked, it's mostly due to carbohydrates, not complex. They're really slow acting complex, they're different. They'll load a lot easier. They load in the muscle as carbohydrate, as glycogen.
Eating primarily a starch-based diet. You should be having potatoes on a weekly basis. If you're not going through bags of it,
It's just a fancier word to say. It's just a fancy word when they say carbohydrate. It means sugar diet. Sugar, more sugar.
to me, there's a problem.
Okay.
It's been said you should.
On a weekly basis, if you're not going through bags of it, to me, there's a problem. And this is the
Then, yeah, going through bags of it on a weekly basis, that's sarcoplasmic hypertrophy. That's what vegans, that's the muscle they build. He's really never built any muscle. It's just water in his muscle anyways. For every gram of glycogen, 3 grams of water being drawn between skin and muscle into the muscle.
#1 choice, and it's been a staple in many bodybuilding diets. So it's not really unusual for me to say that this is one of the better carb sources.
What bodybuilding diets? What are you talking about?
Even when you look at the satiety index, potatoes are ranked as #1. Like a lot of guys,
Yeah, look, me personally, I've used potatoes in the past, because I'm not a plant person. I never liked plants or fruits or anything. I just used potatoes and ate a lot of fucking protein. That's all I could remember in the past to build my body. But I don't really, now with the evidence and everything, when you're looking at stuff conclusively, I do not recommend it. I'm saying you can. I'm not saying you can't do something. It's really dependent on you. It's your personal preference. See what I mean? Me as an older person, I could never do that anymore. It would destroy me as an older person. Get it? See what I mean? I'm trying to reverse all the DNA damage so I'd be young. Why would I eat potatoes so I can continue this? No, not for me, man. Now, if I could handle it when I was younger, but I cannot handle it after as an older person anymore. It's just too much mitochondrial dysfunction. That's what happens, and then a bunch of other shit. You get metabolic diseases. You may get an increased prostate, possible who knows what. Even diabetic, second stage. I don't know. It's just no, man.
they'll even reduce their vegetable intake and go hard on the sweet potatoes, and they can kind of get away with it. But
Reduce your vegetable intake. Go hard on the complex carbs. This sweet potato bullshit. Yeah, you could do whatever you want, vice versa. Who cares? Does it really matter?
for me, I'm doing everything combined. And then your tofu, quite anabolic. So this is something that I don't really need crazy amounts of. Sure, you can go up to a block a day, but as you'll see,
Your tofu is, yeah, okay.
I'm still hitting my adequate protein needs. And if this wasn't enough somehow, I would just throw in a protein shake. But what's good about the tofu is that in areas of the world where soy consumption is highest, we have lower rates of breast and prostate cancer. Soy is a health-promoting food.
It's not. You don't have lower breast or whatever cancer, any of these things, what he's talking about. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. That's a lie. Why would it do that? It's an artificial diet, so it would cause those things. Anything artificial would cause those problems. Yeah.
If you look at the data, there's other things you can argue about if you're going.
If you look at what data, where's your data? What data? What data? Where?
Organic or not, but at the end,
That's not science. That's epidemiology. That's not science. Data.
of the day, this is a very good way to get your protein in.
This is really stupid.
And then broccoli.
This is really dumb too. Cows. So if cows eat like soya, they're not going to get mad cow disease because that's where it comes from, right? That's gonna prevent them from getting it. Oh, let's prevent cows from getting mad cow disease. Even though eating their natural diet, grass, it prevents it, right? Like they don't get anything, any problems. But once they eat an artificial diet like soya and corn stalks and grains, oh, that's going to protect them from getting any of these diseases, even though they never get diseases on their natural diet. Duh.
That is a superfood. You might find it overrated, a little bit too simple, but
That's a superfood? Meat is a superfood because that's the food of that's our diet, meat. What's he talking about? It's superfood because it has all the nutrients and they're deficient in anything. What are you talking about?
I mean, there's not much to say about it. You have the sulforaphane, which is
Which is very toxic, the sulforaphane. It's a flour, dude. And you cooked it too, so it's cooked.
anti-cancer. It fills
It's anti-cancer? No, it is cancer. It causes cancer. What the fuck is he talking about? Meat is anti-cancer because it's high nutrients.
you up. So I typically go through 500 grams one sitting. And
Fills you up? I don't want to fill myself up. I eat meat because it digests in hydrochloric acid. I have hydrochloric acid in my stomach. I'm an animal that has the highest content of it compared to other animals. That's why I have to slightly eat often, like every day as opposed to every week. Well, or every other day. I can't eat every other day or every day or every other day. Now, there are African tribes. He used to talk about them. They too eat one big meal a day. They would eat one big meal a day. That's all they would do. And sometimes they would skip a day. So they'd eat a massive meal and then skip a day and then eat a massive meal again. That's how they conducted their business.
micronutrients are through the roof. Like if you do this combined with broccoli sprouts, which
Micronutrients are through the roof. Anybody can say any of this. It's fake.
apparently have 50 times the amount of sulforaphane for a small amount, then you're flying. And then the leek are also anti-cancer. And as you'll notice,
Yeah, anti-cancer. Look, man, if you want to get cancer, eat this food. You're going to get cancer. Trust me. Really, it's going to happen fast.
there's no oil on this. So all I have to do is start dumping this, and it's gonna taste absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, man, you know your body's made to keep you alive, bro. You could put your body through a lot of stress to try to keep you alive. This is crazy, man. Why not just make it easier for your body?
And that's about it.
Well, I guess these people, they want to make it so hard, like, body destruction, gym, lifting, recruiting, fucking motor units, eating slave food diets. Yes, let me put my body through as much stress as possible because I want to accelerate aging and look like a manlet and deteriorate faster than I can regenerate. So I look like a fucking mummy. Yeah, okay.
The side, got a hibiscus tea.
High IQ. Get it, people? You understand what high IQ is? Have you ever read the definition of intelligence? Look in the dictionary. What is the definition of intelligence? It ain't this.
This lowers blood pressure. I managed to get my numbers down to 100 over 60 through eating this diet. Because if you look at the numbers,
I'm getting better. Yeah, my diet. Yeah, I lowered the numbers. Oh, this lowers his blood pressure, eh? The hibiscus tea with what? The oxalates, they lower it, or what? The toxins? Highly sprayed as well with like glyphosates and shit, whatever.
7,000 milligrams of potassium.
So don't forget, there's pesticides that were sprayed on top of the plants, which are from plants, and then the plants themselves produce their own toxicity as protection. So he's consuming a lot of toxins, yes. Okay, very healthy for you, yes.
With only 400 milligrams of sodium. In general, I am
400 milligrams is only 400 milligrams of sodium, but sodium is destructive to humans.
under 1,000 milligrams of sodium. It doesn't really creep up. And my potassium is always through the roof because potassium and plants, they kind of go together. So I'm getting...
Yeah, bananas are pretty high in potassium, but guess what? They're really high in the fucking radiation, bro. Get it? They're the highest. So I can only imagine him eating, like trying to live off of bananas, eating 5, 6, 7 bananas a day. Oh my God.
multi-levels above. Like some guys are like, oh, I'll get 5 times.
Just getting a shot of chemotherapy every time you do these plants and shit. Shot of chemotherapy, that's it. One more foot into the grave.
The amount of potassium. You can get 10, 15 times, even higher if your sodium is rock bottom and you're eating a lot of whole plant foods. So with this diet, that's never going to be a problem. So your blood pressure is always going to be in check. And this is really
Yeah, sure.
how you get your arteries nice and supple.
Oh.
And there you have it, guys. That's my first full day of eating. I hope you enjoyed it and learned a lot about nutrition.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I learned a lot not to do any of this. Thank you.
If you want to see more videos like this, where I give you variations on healthy, whole food, plant-based eating, then comment down below, plant strong, and I'll be sure to give you that. This is a
He sounds like a woman, his voice, and he looks like one. Look at the pumpkin head. Looks like with his buddy there. Remember 5x5 Ice Cream Fitness?
win-win situation. At least
Jason Blaha.
consider eating more plant-based.
Why do all these guys start looking like Blaha that I do videos on? All of them start coming out, these lifting slaves. They all look the same, bro. What's going on here?
Or go all the way. The best thing you could do is drop your saturated fat intake, lower your sodium, and just
Yeah, that's it. Drop your natural diet, saturated fat, which increases your hormones, keep you steady, builds muscle, but that's a bunch of stuff. All your cells are made of saturated fat, but you should drop it just because so you could be sick and get a heart attack.
up some of the healthiest foods on the planet that are very high in micronutrients
What are the healthiest foods on the planet? What are the healthiest foods?
and lower in calories. So you're looking for those phytochemicals.
Phytochemicals?
Eating foods that, when you look
Phytochemicals, I like that. Yeah, there's chemicals in there, all right, but what you think? They're poisonous.
at long-term data, actually improve your health. While
We have long-term data that actually improves your health. Yeah, I think he's cheating too, though. He couldn't have lasted this long on this diet from 2018 all the way to now. Yeah, I doubt it. I don't think so. I think he's playing with people. I'll tell you why, because it's a marketing scheme. Because he knows there's a lot of, he's trying to capture this market. He's getting the people that are lifting already, probably eating meat. They're watching him eating meat. Then they say, then they just laugh and go, oh yeah, he's doing veganism too to build himself, whatever. So he's trying to capture both markets, the veganism people, the crazy people, vegan bullshit, and then he's trying to capture like the fitness people and the lifting slaves and whatever. You telling me that this guy eats plants and he bench presses 405 with plants? He's doing all those heavy lifts and everything, eating plants. You people really have to be out to lunch, man. He's been doing roids for the longest time because he's a lifting slave. Get it? Yeah, man. But roids, they don't build muscles. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Tell us what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. This went way too long. This is crazy.
preventing and even reversing some of the most common diseases that plague Western society.
Yeah, it's going to stop and prevent and stop these diseases and everything. Well, the natives, they never farmed. They ate meat. They didn't. So where did they get them from? I'll tell you where. From the Europeans that did what? They farmed. That's how. You understand me? They were farmers. They were riddled with disease because they ate plants. That's why. They had an unnatural diet, an artificial, unnatural diet. That's why the Indians, the native Indians, thought that the colonists were crazy. And they would be right. They are crazy, and they're still crazy to this day. And then you get crazy people like him that say, you know what, just cut it all together to mean, fuck it, man. Let me just fucking destroy myself. Completely destroy. This is fucking insane, man. This is fucking crazy. I don't even know what else to say there. This is just funny shit, man. Fake natty shit. Yeah, he's got another video here. Fake natty, whatever. Who cares, man? Who cares? I don't give a shit, man. This is just bullshit. Let the stupid people online, the gullible people, keep watching him and buy all this shit that he does on his channel. Me, I do what I think is the natural and the best thing to do to get to my goals. I have goals that I like to succeed in, and so I fulfill those goals. Get it? And my goal is to look fucking 30 years old all the time, and perform like a 30-year-old all the time, and not be a mummy, and extend my lifespan. Yeah, it's extended. You could put it that way. Yeah. It will be extended because I keep renewing new muscle cells and I'm doing the right things, the proper things. I'm doing the proper things in the natural world to extend and be young, and not deteriorate what I'm doing on my channel. But this, nah, man. This is all recruiting motor units, lift heavy weight, adapted, deteriorating faster than regenerating, eating these plant-based foods and shit and everything. Negative nitrogen balance. Nah, I don't think so, dude. Not for me. I'll see you in the next one. It is fun. It's cute. But he will, eventually, we'll catch up with him like everybody else. See you in the next one, friends.